Hello, and thank you for listening to the Fillet podcast, the best skateboard podcast in the world. Today is Tuesday, September 24th, 2019. I'm Grant Fiero. That's Andrew Ariano.
No.
What's wrong? What happened?
You did this last week on the outro. I'm Grant. You're Drew.
Oh, my bad. I'm Andrew Ariano. That's Grant Fiero with the quarter snacks hat. And that's Reef Willard. Thanks for setting this straight. For some reason, I was waking up, I was writing down like all my bank statements, checks as Grant Fiero. Like,
oh, I mean, I'll take your money if you want to.
Ooh, that's right.
Is there a way I can mute Grant? Like, I don't want to. Oh, there is a way. Actually, let's test it. Oh, it worked. I do this all the time in the random gold. How do I
I know, that is funny when you do that.
How do I unmute him though?
Just hit the same button.
Uh-oh. I'm seriously, did I fuck up the podcast? It says remove from call, but it didn't say unmute.
Oh God.
Grant, is there a way you can?
Oh, there he is.
Okay.
There you are.
Oh, okay. Shoo. That was scary. Sorry about that,
Put
Grant.
me in timeout, and then it was almost eternal, but on my way.
Oh, okay. Did you just unmute yourself?
Yeah, I think if you mute me, I could just unmute it, so it's kind of pointless. Because I guess that's what we just did.
Yeah. Well, there's a way I could remove you from the call, but I wouldn't do that. Let's talk about skateboarding. Tyler Surrey's Expat part. You know what's cool is that he recently came out with a shoe, right? With New Balance. Yeah, I like that Tyler Surrey's in the feed right now. He's being talked about. He's being talked about. Oh, colorway. Oh.
To clarify. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just the way that.
it goes.
That's just how that's how the skateboard rolls. Just rolls left, rolls right.
Sick.
But for him, it also rolls on two wheels. I like this guy's sick manuals.
I agree.
And a guy that's from San Diego. Whoa. I don't think I've seen. the N on the New Balance, it's very reflective. I kind of dig that.
Yeah, I've noticed they do that on some of their shoes. I think that's cool. I back that.
Nike makes some shoes like that as well, but I haven't seen skate shoes made like that.
With the reflective logo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tight. I think it looks sick, especially when you're filming a night like this. Like there's some night footage where the light's reflecting off the shoe. It's tight.
I'll have to give Grant some credit because I didn't know this shit. But I knew most of his footage wasn't from San Diego. I mean, you pretty much know when the difference between San Diego spots and Barcelona spots. It looks like everything in Barcelona is meant to be skated.
Exactly. There's a few SD clips. He does a gnarly front crook transfer. I'm drawing a blank on the name of the school, Drew, but you've probably been there. Super tall hubba, and a lot of people will just skate over it into the bank.
Oh, you're talking about that school over there by Cowles Mountain? Don't they call that it's not the one Kramer switch hard flipped, right?
No. It's you'll have to see it. You'll see it later.
I'll watch it.
Yeah, you'll see it.
I'm watching it. I'm watching it right now. What did you guys make of that? The guy with the wine bottle doing a little kickflip on his VX over the pond.
I was like, "What the hell?" That's what I put. I wrote it down on my notes. I put, "What the hell?" That was scary looking.
I don't know, but if I know Grant's like, "Well, where's that second angle footy at?"
Yeah.
Why? Oh.
Because that VX sounds like it's broken.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
But Surrey, dude, I just think I like his long lines.
Yeah,
his lines just keep going.
Yeah,
it was really good. Like a lot of those spots. I mean, yeah, Drew's right. Like a lot of Barcelona stuff looks perfect and cool and stuff like that. But there's also some like Barcelona crust. Like he's skating some weird stuff that does not look easy to skate.
I think the bumper cars is a pretty interesting skate spotted choice. I think that's an NBD. Don't you agree?
Wait, what was that? I don't remember that.
The bumper cars.
I wrote that down for sure.
You didn't see that line?
Popping off that metal in the inside, I bet you that'd be pretty weird.
What time is that?
Grant, if you want to watch it, it's a little bit after 3:30.
Okay, I'll check it out. For some reason, I'm drawing a blank on him skating a bumper car, but
He like cab.
No, about
yeah.
three. Okay, I got the exact duration. 3 minutes 12 seconds.
okay. Sick. I will give that a look.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, it's this line where he skates the bank. He does that back over crook on the bank. Yeah, that is sick.
Mm.
But that shit's electrified. I mean, it could have been over for Surrey right there and then. Those little...
Come on.
Looks broken down to me, or maybe just shut off at the moment.
Yeah.
Dude, the ender did Reeve for you. Oh, I don't know if Drew's even seen the ender yet. Reeve, were you expecting a switch big flip?
I was not. I was expecting, like,
I can see why you say that.
I mean, I was expecting something gnarly, but kind of like a late. I mean, not late. Like a switch shifty flip or something. I think I've seen him do those and stuff, but not a switch big flip, especially in a line. He just kept going. Did you notice that? He did a front.
He did some flat ground or something afterwards.
Yeah, he did a front shove and just kept skating away. It was pretty cool.
Dude, I was tripping. I mean, you could tell the way his feet were set up. It was going to be a switch backside something.
Mm-hmm.
Was it a switch backside flip?
He did switch big flip. I didn't really expect it because I don't know. You don't even see switch big flips, and obviously the second you see that spot, you know exactly what it is. It's been skated a ton.
Oh, I know what bank you're talking about. It's the one Shuriken skates. That's Horseman.
Yes, the front crook transfer. Yes, exactly, with the ledges on the inside. Yeah, that was so gnarly. That was sick.
That's a gnarly spot.
Yeah, dude, switch big flip was just heavy.
Yeah. I'm surprised to hear that he did a switch big flip is because he broke his foot trying that, right? On that Wes Kramer's Shorty and friend. I mean, Sody and friends part.
Oh, did he?
I did not know that. That's crazy. And when you see switch big flips, they're usually down like a set. You don't see it off a bump.
Popping it over something nuts.
Yeah.
Well, you remember when he did that switch backside flip on that? It was a 4-block, right? Remember he does that nasty backside flip, switch backside flip? I'll have to bring it up. It's been some time. For some reason, that just sticks out to me. I'm not trying to act like I know it all, but I do follow Tyler Surrey's career very closely.
Yeah.
I'm back.
He's a good one to follow.
All the San Diego guys. I follow Julian Davidson, Wes Kramer, Tyler Surrey, and now because now I know your boy's back in the game is Gabe Ryan. I'm gonna follow his. I need to get his old stuff.
That's right.
Gabe goes. I have to mention two tricks. I think they might be back to back on the part. Nollie heel front nose, front 270, like pretzel against the ledge. It's so amazing. Mm-hmm. And then frontside flip, switch Manny, switch backside flip. He does not set up for the switch backside flip at all. He locks into Manny, he doesn't move his feet.
Yeah.
See, that's a big thing with you.
That was a good one.
I'm noticing that you're very, when it's like a quick setup or a little quick two tricks. I know you're paying attention to the feet.
I mean, just think about like when I hear that crazy of a manual trick, I would probably imagine someone going kind of slow, like land into it, and you see this whole thing with the front foot, which is fine. It's a crazy manual, but when you see him like going a decent speed and doesn't have to set up, it just makes it even crazier. Like he had enough control to land into switch Manny in the switch backside flip position. It's tight.
Yeah.
And Surrey just doesn't even look like he cares. Like he just looks like he's, I don't know. Just looks so relaxed.
I was going to say earlier, I bet you the filmer's just like, hey, you want to film something? He's like, yeah, just follow me, see what happens. It's just like, he just does it. It's crazy. Yeah. Every line does not look planned to me.
I would personally hate filming like that. Oh, just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I gotta, let me get in position to try and make this line look proper. Like, I'd like to get in front of you at some point.
Yeah, true. But I feel like for certain skaters, it works. There was a lot of like in front of the skater footage, like while he was filming.
I love that.
Yeah, so do I. I love when they're in front. It looks so good.
Best. I mentioned to Reef before the show, Gustav Tonneson, who skates for Sauer, who amazing skater and also a really good filmer. He actually filmed and edited, filmed most of the part as well as edited it for Tyler, which I thought was tight. Super cool.
That is super cool.
Yeah,
I agree.
Gustav is one of the most talented skaters himself.
Yeah, he's good switch backside too.
Also
backside flips.
The spot, the bump over bar, the waves with the bump over bar that Surrey switched big flips for his ender. Gustav switch front heeled it in Sour Solution. So good.
Oh, that's
one of those switch front heels where it just like flips forward,
Mm-hmm.
Looks so sick. Yeah, so
I like to give you a lot of credit for getting up the skate fillet list as far as topics to talk about. You got some good stuff on here, man. Grant,
thank you.
I want to publicly give Grant the kudos because this is a very impressive list. Let's move along. So know that the boss man is no longer part of Emerica. Dakota Servold says, "Oh yeah, I mean, go ahead and pay me that Reynolds money." Then then that's when Soltec looked a little closer and said, "You ain't there yet, son."
Not all the money. Not
all the money, but they Emerica welcome Dakota Servold. I've heard this name quite a bit from watching some Foundation videos. He's still on Foundation, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Correct.
I wonder if he was on that decline program prior. Who was his
I
last?
think he was.
Okay,
He's been getting Emericas for a while. They just hadn't been like official contract. But yeah, he got the bump.
Jesus, speaking of bump, look at that bump he did over the rail.
So gnarly.
Yeah.
The still photo is insane. Like you could really see how long that flat is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's the Emerica footage. It's all green looking.
Yeah,
I know. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, that Emerica's really a cool brand. That's why I used to buy those shoes and own all their damn clothes. Keep them forever. Do you remember that video where I talked about it, Grant?
About Emerica?
About how much I was jocking Emerica?
Yeah, I saw that one for sure. I remember you being hyped on Emerica.
Dude, it's stuff like that. It's just their image is real good. It's a very unique core skateboard brand. I love it.
I do think it's cool. Like when a brand has something like the second you turn this on, if you hadn't seen the title, you would know within 1 second that it's the Emerica thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool to me.
You didn't have to put a title. They could have just put little 3 underscores on it. So, okay.
Almost with the B-roll too, how they film.
The pushing.
I don't know if it was John. Yeah, the pushing and stuff. Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't see who filmed it, but I doubt it was Minor because I know he's over at Element now.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that ollie is insane.
Is that right? He's at Element?
Yeah, he went over there and worked on Peace. The last Element video.
Him. All right. Yeah. All right. Grant, when you I was giving you just praise about your list. Now I'm hating on it. This phone number that was on the 917 video, I accidentally clicked it, and
call him.
Has anyone tried calling it yet?
Well, the intro to 917's video is I think it's that actual number. You can call that number and leave voicemails, and they use the voicemails as the intro. They did it for their first video too, and this one has. I mean, some of it might be like set up, but it's still really funny. Bam has one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and then there'll be ones that are just sound like a random parent, like, "Hi, I bought your board. Like, my son loves your guys' board." Or it'll just be a kid like, "I love 917. Yeah, like, thanks, Alex."
Yeah, this is Alex Olson's brand, right?
Yeah.
Is he still doing that other board brand?
Bianca Chandan.
Yeah, is that still a thing?
Yeah, that's more like I think he still does boards too, but that kind of became almost like a high fashion label as well. Like was doing a lot of like crazy clothes and stuff with them. And 917's more like a little more traditional, I guess you would say, as far as having a team and filming and stuff.
Oh, good for them, man. This is an interesting perspective of approach. All these 2s are pissing me off, though.
In the phone number?
Yeah. No, like where it just keeps saying 2 because it means video 2.
Oh.
This is like alternating through different versions of the 2.
Yeah. Reef, did you watch this video at all?
Yeah, I watched it last night. I liked it. I kind of didn't like it, but I did at the same time because I like that type of skating, but at the same time, it just I'll be honest, it just looked like a ripoff of some FA Bill Strobeck footage.
Reed.
So yeah, that's what I mean.
Think so,
I'd rather go watch old FA edits than probably watch this again. Just my opinion. But the guy that had Ender, that his part was amazing. I'm drawing a blank on his name. Cyrus. I know I think he's like one of the only pros for them. But
yeah, there's a few, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
He killed it.
Dude.
But other than that, yeah.
Yeah, to me, my thoughts on this is that it's hard because I know some of the 917 dudes. Like,
Okay.
and I mean, no of them, obviously. I'm just saying, like, I know their names. Like, Vincent Tuzeri's at the beginning. He's skates for Supreme. He has footage in Blessed as well. And I like that dude's style. He skates some cool spots. I enjoyed it. And then I'd say the middle half, almost the majority of the video, there's some dudes I recognize, and there's dudes I've never seen, and there's no names, which I'm kind of over that. We've talked about it on here multiple times.
They don't. It's supposed to be a secret. They don't want us to know.
Dude, it seems like it, huh?
Yeah, we're too
yeah,
cool
so, I
to
don't
put
know.
names.
I'm a little over the no names thing, but Vincent, I enjoyed his footage. I always think that dude's sick. And then I have to mention, you mentioned Cyrus, him and Max Palmer. Max Palmer, his second to last part, and then it's Cyrus. And dude, that was for sure. Like, if you don't want to sit down and watch the 27-minute video, like go to 20 or 21 minutes where it's Max and then Cyrus. It is gnarly, and that's really sick skating to me. A lot of it's New York stuff and just a cool approach to spots. Like, I think Cyrus, he does back 50. It's like a handicap bar, like going up a bank. He does back 50, pops out, and then ollies over the rail, and it's so tall.
Damn.
I don't even know how he kept speed to do that. It was amazing. So those two dudes, is super cool approach, skating a lot of stuff you haven't seen before. And Cyrus also the ender to the back 50 around the rail that curves, and he has to pop the next rail. Was so sick. So they for sure closed it out good.
Yeah, I agree. Who was the one? I can't remember too much of Max Palmer's footage, or not any of it, but who's the one that did like a front board on like a little itty bitty like weird bumpy fence? The front blunt.
Yeah,
Who was
Max.
that? Okay.
Max Palmer, yeah, so sick.
So sick. I do agree. Like that was really cool skating right there. I like that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, like
He did some like cool bonks and stuff, like a crazy like front wall ride shove type of thing, like a bank to wall. That was cool.
that sounds sick.
Yeah, they for sure did their thing. It was tight.
I was waiting for some Alex Olsen footage though. I was like, what's up? Because I'm a fan of Alex Olsen.
Did he have anything in it?
I don't remember.
I don't remember any either.
Yeah. I mean, it could have snuck by.
Yeah, maybe.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of gave me a little bit of a Baker vibe too. Little hijinks stuff. Slow-mo hijinks.
Some Beagle stees.
Yep.
Baker's on our topic list.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Cyril Jackson's departure.
Oh yeah.
Any guesses?
He wanted more money and they didn't want to give it to him.
No, I don't think that's it. But like,
Well,
where
you asked me about any guesses.
Okay, that's your guess. But do you have a guess as far as who you think he'll skate for?
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I didn't even
okay.
think about that. I'm trying to think now.
Yeah, he'll go over there to Element.
Death Wish.
Element.
Death Wish is a good one. I like that one better. He's going to the D Wish.
That would be
I don't
funny.
know.
That's a good one. I'm with that. He decided he
Zero?
wanted to get a few more tattoos. He's
Zero.
No.
Wow.
No, Zero.
What about? He's always been down with the mafia.
He's going to move to San Diego?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know who I see him skating for.
He fit Baker so well. That trips me out.
Yeah. Especially with Baker 4 pretty much around the corner.
Yeah.
I know,
Based
what's he
on what
gonna do with all
Reynolds has
that
said in
footy?
interviews, that could be dropping any time.
Yeah, that footy's going to be used for an intro for April.
April. That'd be crazy.
True.
What?
I mean, it is HD footage,
Come on.
so it could work.
What? What's the problem?
What's the problem? You think? I don't know.
What, you think
Jackson
Cyril
seems a little different of a style for April.
Exactly why April needs to go on there.
Also, if you pay close attention to April's promo, there is only footage on blank or April boards. So I don't think they're going to intro someone with some Baker boards.
Hey, you'd be surprised what they could do with technology these days.
Green screen the board.
Oh, man. You're funny.
Thank you, Grant. I continue to make you laugh after all these years. But before never mind. So yeah, I think. Where do you think he's gonna go, Grant? You think he's gonna go to Real?
No, I have no guess, honestly. I do know, do I think he's actually going to be on Skate Mafia? Probably not, but I do know, he's kind of like homies with them, and he's always like worn Mafia shirts here and there, and hung out with some of those dudes. He's on DC, so little connection there. But I don't know. I don't really have a big guess right now.
Reef, what do you think? Is he good enough to be on Labyrinth?
Of course, but he kills it. But I don't really have a guess either. I mean, Skate Mafia sounds sick, but he's just a gnarly Hesh skater, so anything gnarly Hesh, I guess. There's so many. Now with all these board brands out, there's so many choices.
I don't think he's gonna go to. I think he'll get on weekend before he gets on Mafia.
All right, Drew, where are you coming?
Yeah, that is a random
Next topic. You're really saying Cyril Jackson be on April or weekend?
What's wrong with that?
Can I mute you, or can you?
I think you guys are. I think you're just a hater. Why can't the man ride for April or weekend? What's the problem?
Go look at their team and then tell me what about Cyril Jackson skating seems like he would fit.
He's good.
Oh, you know what?
Of course he's good.
I gotta guess. Santa Cruz.
Huh.
Santa Cruz, because they got a random team after we watched
really random team. You're right.
We watched the part 3 of Till the End.
I think you got to have a little bit of every guy. Is what I'm saying. I think Cyril could be that guy.
All right.
That's all I'm saying.
We'll wait and see if he gets welcome to weekend.
I think he'll be on April for weekend, but we'll see.
Insane. Reef, you mentioned it. Santa Cruz Till the End, Volume 3. Do you watch the whole video?
Yeah, I did.
Drew's
earlier in the day.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. You're fine. It was a pretty cool video. I think Tom Asta had some really cool stuff. His ender was amazing.
Was the ender this? Was it the switch heel nose grind fakie flip?
Yeah, but did you see how he balanced it?
Oh,
yes.
Like he did not touch or anything, and that is just so Tom Asta-like. And
it is. You're right.
I was just amazed. But I liked his footage. I really enjoyed Blake's footage. He did some gnarly stuff. That nose blunt for his ender was sick.
Oh, from flat on LAI.
Oh,
Yeah, and then he, I think those spots in Barcelona, it's like a rail that goes down a little bit down the stairs, and he frontside flips like straight over the rail, he doesn't go from the side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He goes like straight over the rail, like if you were to skate like over the top to 50 or something.
Oh, crazy.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I didn't watch the whole video yet, so I haven't gotten there. I watched Tom's part, and then that was pretty much it.
Okay. Yeah,
I watched some of them. Who was after it? After Tom, I think was Dylan and Jeremy Nibbs. I saw a little bit of that, but that's as far as I've gotten so far. But Tom, dude, is pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Also, you mentioned the ender, which needed to be mentioned, but also switch heel back nose grind, balanced and popped out in the middle of a line was insane.
I know. So
good.
Sick.
He is for sure one of the best ledge skaters.
Yeah.
Hands
Front side too. You don't see that. You see switch heel back nose grind sometimes.
He knocked both of them out and flipped out of the front side one.
Yeah.
So crazy. Nollie inward heel front nose on the shootout ledge. He had a few tricks that were in Toronto. Some of the Santa Cruz dudes, like the dudes that were working on this video, were actually in Toronto when I was there with some homies a couple of months ago. And that's when they filmed those. He did a switch heel nose manny, fakie tray, I think it was. That's a spot in Toronto.
Oh, yeah.
Others.
Yeah.
Sick. Yeah.
Yeah, he honestly looks like he's not. I know that's I'll put him on a post. He looks like he's not trying to, which trips me out. Like he looks like he's like got Tyler Surrey kind of I'm just going to go with it. Just film me, and I'm going to do flip in, flip out as I go. It's like.
Yeah, he definitely is one of those. We've been talking about that relaxed style. We talked about it with Miles.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting because I'd say Miles and Tyler both have relaxed styles, but in a very different way.
Yeah.
Surrey, I don't know. Miles looks just so effortless. And Surrey, to me, it's more of Miles I would describe as effortless, and Surrey, I guess I would say is careless. But it somehow turns out clean.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a crazy thing.
Miles is controlled, effortless, and then Surrey's controlled too, but it's kind of careless. Yeah, careless, effortless. Yeah. That was a good word.
It's an interesting.
You called him careless? That seems a little rude.
No, not in a bad way at all.
Style.
Let's talk about Cody Cepeda's brother, Ish Cepeda. He's on the video. He's got a new.
I'll never get over.
He's got a Thrasher video part called "Get to Scrolling." I like this guy's skateboarding. He kind of in a respectful way. For some reason, that heel foot front board he starts off with, he kind of landed like TK.
Yo, the one into the rocks, right? Into the banked wall.
No, he did that one too. On Bricktown, the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, he does it again.
He does one to fakie that goes into like a rocked bank. That was for sure my favorite trick in the park.
Yeah, that was a cool one. I wrote that one down too.
That's a cool spot. Like we've seen people skate it, but it's just cool because it's like you're gonna see a handrail trick, but it just adds a little flavor to it. Makes people look at it a little differently.
Yeah, for sure, and it's definitely like a little sketchiness. Those rocks look pretty jagged. They don't look smooth.
Yeah. Oh, definitely not. Yeah.
I was hyped on his switch flip and down. I think it's.
Oh yeah.
I don't know where the spot. I know it's in LA. Yeah. It's just super cool how he lands it. The homies save him from going out on the street. And he looks up. And he's just like so happy. And,
he looks pretty amped.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a really good switch flip too.
Mm-hmm.
Who's he ride for?
April.
Oh, okay.
April, DC, Spitfire, Thunder, Shake Jet.
Yeah, and he wears cool shoes from DC. I like the old.
You back those crazy orange ones?
I don't know. He rocks them well. Like
that. Yeah. I would never look at that shoe and be like, I want to wear it. But to me, I guess it's just because it's one of those things. Like he's worn those shoes for so long. Like it just makes sense to me when it's just like I expect to see him in some crazy.
I actually get a little upset when he's wearing like regular black and white shoes.
You want to see the crazy ones?
What are you doing, bro? Are you sick? Is life okay?
Yeah.
When he's wearing the track pants, it works for me. When he's wearing the track pants and those type of shoes,
Drinking a Modelo at the session, that's funny.
His style, for sure. Nollie frontside 180. Like alley oop over the hubba was super sick as well.
Mm-hmm.
Thought that was a cool one. You really got to get a good pop if you're going alley oop with that trick over some.
Yeah.
It's tight. And for surely the ender.
The
front heel.
Huge.
It doesn't even. It looks
Extended.
like in that first angle, you can't even really see the bump.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, how the hell did he get that high?
Yeah.
How'd you get that?
Looks like that. Go ahead.
How'd you get that lift? I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Calm down there.
That bump looks like it shoots you well, but that looks gnarly. Like that, you go over the whole sidewalk and that planter. And
you need to go high and far.
Trick.
You see, okay, so he did go over the planter then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because that second angle doesn't really it's like weird perspective where it kind of looked. Maybe I have to watch it again. It didn't look like he went over the planter. I'll take your word for it. I mean, I would hope so.
Yeah, he did. He did.
He definitely got high enough to go over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since you're talking about shoes, this is not a healthy question, but I'm just curious, like with those.
What kind of question is it?
Well, it has to do with. I forgot to mention it during Tyler Surrey's part, but those New Balance shoes, they don't look good to me. I don't like New Balance shoes to skate in.
Some look good to me.
That model or just all of them?
They all don't look like you're supposed to skate in them.
Because they got the N
to
or
me,
what?
yeah, that big N. It's like, no, don't skate these.
Dad shoes?
Yeah, 2 dad shoes. Yeah, shit. Steve Jobs used to wear that shoe, so yeah, that's like grandpa shoes.
Yeah, I mean, the one that Tyler's colorway is of, I think it's called the 868.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan of that one, but they do have other shoes that I think they have like some slimmer, more mellow, more traditional skate shoe looking shoes.
What shoes is Cepeda riding? Are those the Wolves?
No, they're called the Legacy Slims.
Oh,
or
okay.
maybe just the regular Legacies. I think they have a regular and a slim version, but even the slim ones are still pretty bulky.
What was up with that ninja kick into the ocean? That scared the hell out of me.
Oh, and he jumped off the bridge?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Have you guys ever
cool,
taken a board into a pool or an ocean, like kick flipping into the water?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Never tried
Oh,
that.
actually, I have.
Oh, really?
I dropped in on a rock into a river. It was like a slanted rock that you could drop into. I forgot about that. It's in the intro of one of my last old part.
In case you guys don't believe him, check out the intro to that old part. What's it called, Mr. Willard?
It's Reef Willard World of Mine on YouTube.
Oh, that's cool.
Throwback. I want to
Throwback.
watch it. I want to watch it, Reef. Hey, you know what? Since we're talking about Reef skating, Reef, your fakie 5-0 the other day that you just sat on was so tight.
Dude,
On the ledge.
I really appreciate that. Thank you, Grant.
Beautiful.
I've been skating that park for goddamn 14 years, and I was so happy to land that on that ledge because I've been wanting to do that for a long time.
That's a good feeling then, right there.
Yes,
Get something you wanted to do.
Yes, thank you.
That was cool. I wanted to. Can I ask a healthy question?
Yeah, get it.
Okay. So when it comes to day or night skating, which one are you guys preferring?
Oh God, day for sure.
Surely the day.
Yeah.
Like night sessions, it's always like it sounds fun to me, and I'll for sure like still have fun, but I don't know. I feel like I don't. Maybe it's the darkness mixed with the fact I don't have I wear glasses if I have to read and do school and stuff, but I don't wear them like when I'm skating. And I don't know if it has to do with like the eyesight in the darkness, but I feel like I cannot control my board at night unless it's really lit up.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fun. Like night skating always seems fun, and I have a good time. But I feel like in general I don't feel as comfortable on my board.
Oh, okay. What about you, Mr. Willard? Do you wear glasses? Do you have a hard time seeing at night? Well, what's so funny?
A little bit, but at the same time, I just prefer to see my surroundings, I guess. It makes me feel more like comfortable. Like I'm not scared at like being somewhere at night or anything. And it is cool to go like have a night session with all the homies and the brothers, but yeah, I prefer day. It's a lot more, it feels more happy, I guess, too. for me. I don't know.
Night sessions are cool though, because I felt like I remember being a little younger and like wanting to be able to go skate at night, but there wasn't really like somewhere to skate. You know, like I mean now in San Diego there's a ton of skate parks with lights, and a lot more than there was. But before that, or like even like maybe before I could drive or my friends could drive or whatever, I remember like always like itching to skate when it was like 8:30 at night or something. Yeah. But there was like anywhere for you to go, it felt like at least. So.
Yeah, definitely when I was younger, I feel like I would want to go skate at night too. We would try to get a generator and lights and do the whole thing, but nowadays I'm going to bed or watching some Netflix and chilling.
hey, what you do in your personal life is your business, Reef. I don't need to know what you'd be doing at 8:00 every night. I was always the guy to try and offer the opportunity for people to skate, have night sessions. I had the car, I had the generators, the light, the cameras, especially during the heyday of the Let's Go Skate. Let's get it. As long as some of the younger skaters, you had to, knock on the door, be like, Mrs. Fierro, could Grant come out and skate? I'm just using Grant as an example. I think I've only night skated with you a few times.
Yeah, only a couple.
Yeah. It's so funny. The reason I asked is because I was thinking about night sessions, and it was always like the first night session. That one was like the sickest. You're like, oh, I prefer skating at night. And then after a while, you're just like, you feel like the boogeyman's going to get you, and you feel like you need a nightlight. You're not down. You know another element of it, though, is too, is you see some weird characters after the hours of 8:30, 9 o'clock out there in the streets.
Yep.
Just a thought.
You know what I do think is fun at night, though, is like I'm thinking more about being in San Diego was just like cruising around downtown or like going to Civic Center and skating flat ground and stuff. But at the same time, it's always a toss up if there's still going to be security there or not. But just like something mellow like that, I feel like that is fun at night. But I don't know. I guess I feel the same way. Kind of what I was saying. Like sometimes really trying to skate or at night can just be a little tough.
I'll tell you what. I don't like night skating in LA. Not a fan of it. There's something about the vibe there.
I've never gone out like street skating at night in LA just to lit up skate parks.
Yeah, I did a few times. I thought it was just because you were younger. Nope, I'm older. Don't care.
Yeah.
Don't care to be out there at nighttime.
Yeah.
Something about it. I don't think I'm gonna get mugged. It's just a weird feeling. I don't enjoy it.
Hey Drew, speaking of Let's Go Skates.
Yeah.
I know you're sitting on
Next
a few
question.
episodes.
Next question, please.
We're
Did
all
you
right.
edit
Let
those?
me ask you a different question because you brought up your glasses. So, do you need skating? Do you have you ever skated with your glasses? I know you only use it for reading, but would it help you to see better if you skated with them?
I don't really think it would have. I mean, it wouldn't make it worse, but I don't think it would have that much of a benefit for me, like during the day. Maybe at night, but I don't have any. I feel like it would take some time to get used to skating in glasses, and I don't know. I don't feel a need to.
Oh, interesting. Man, really makes me glad I can see real well. I don't take that for granted, considering my dad has like these thick bifocals.
No, yeah.
Grant, to answer your question, it's being worked on. The Let's Go
Okay.
Skate's being worked on.
The world needs to see you.
Hey, these are good episodes.
yeah.
These
Yeah.
are Grant's in one of them, and so is our friend.
Preston?
Preston's in one, but who's your friend that lives in Long Beach?
Oh, Tanner. When we skated.
Tanner
Cruz.
Lawler. Thank you.
Right on.
Okay.
Is Preston one of the kids that had one of those parts that we reviewed not too long ago? Yeah, I think it was on Transworld.
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, are you talking about Brandon Reynolds?
Yeah, that's who I got to make. Yeah.
Preston is in he's in a bunch of old Let's Go Skates though. You'll recognize
Okay.
him, I'm sure, if you've seen old Let's Go Skates.
Yeah, I've watched a couple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've probably seen him.
Let us move along back into the topics, and that's looks like we got to talk about the skate park roundup by Dickies.
Yeah, that was a good one. I liked it.
Villani and Foy skating together. Like, I'm so
Mhm.
glad they have a bunch of the same sponsors because those dudes together, such a sick mix. Like, it's just good.
Villani in any session is gonna be tight.
Frankie's amazing. Like, the two of them, it kind of, one thing that was cool to me was Tom Knox, one of my favorite skaters, so whatever, I'm biased, obviously my he's in it. But it was kind of interesting at first. Like, Tom Knox is such a street skater to me, and he doesn't really like post that much Instagram stuff. Like, he will here and there. But it was almost funny to see him in a skate park. I feel like it was just, you don't really see that. And I was also a little surprised. I wasn't sure if he was going to be in it because he doesn't live here. But that was tight that he was in there. And there's some good stuff. Like Zach Wallen had some stuff. And then I feel like it kind of just got to
Tom Knox looks weird in a skate park. He doesn't belong there. He looks lost when he's doing that back three. He's like, I'm fucking dizzy.
So they kind of go through the team, and then it gets to hammer time with Frankie and Jamie just knocking out tricks down the low 3 rail. And I think Jamie like grinds up it and stuff, which was sick.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the ender, for sure. Frankie's the only person to ever think of skating in that way. That was so sick.
Very cool way.
I mean, you can tell from the footage, and for sure, if you've been to that park, El Sereno, it's so blind to wally over that and know where the edge of that bump is to land in a nose blunt slide is so crazy. I love Frankie skating, like, just for that reason. He can, I don't know, he's just very creative. You never know what you're going to get. Like, he'll do maybe like kind of a traditional, whatever you want to say, like he'll do a really good frontside flip, but then he'll also do some like random trick you would never think of or something, It's just a cool mix.
Yeah, I agree. And yeah, you're right. Jamie and him went ham on the rail. I mean, I like what you said. Jamie, I think he did 50 up the rail, body rail, like 50,
Switch
like the flat
50.
of it.
Yeah,
switch 50. And then he did fakie front heel front board. What I think that's how you say it. It's super sick. And then I really liked Frankie's. I think I've seen other people do it, but he just does it. His style when he does these kind of tricks. He did no comply 180, fakie 5-0 down the hubba, like the mini hubba. Super cool. And like you said, that ender was super sick. But I was really hyped on seeing Vince Alvarez footage, even though he kind of, you see quite a few like the switch front lips and stuff, but he did a fakie front big spin lip, I guess you would call it, on like
on the
training.
quarter.
Yeah, on the quarter pipe. It was super. I thought that was really cool. I haven't seen him do that too often, so he might have done it before in a video. I've never seen it though. It was cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, this roundup was really cool. But where Ronnie was in the beginning, and then it showed him like
that was another guy that didn't look like he belonged in the skate park either.
I think
did you get any clips?
No, I think they filmed this when he had that knee injury.
I
think this. I mean, I know he's back now. Obviously, he had footage come out recently, but I think they've been sitting on this because I saw Joe Face is the TM and like films for Dickies, and he did this edit, and someone commented something on his when he posted about it, and he said like I think he said they filmed this like 9 months ago or something.
Damn, he's
So,
team manager and filmer. That's sick. He's involved.
Yeah, for sure. It must have been during Ronnie's injury.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Yeah,
Well,
Zach
it was nice
Wall
that
and
they put
fucking
his
stuff.
face on there, but still, right in front of the skate park, you're like, what the hell? Really? You about to get buck on this? Who does Ronnie ride for? Doesn't he ride for a? Yeah, oh, that was he was there. That's cool that he was there to hang out.
Crooked.
They had him kiss the camera.
Yeah.
I like
He's not
it.
crooked.
Crooked in veins.
No, but his truck sponsor. Is he on Thunder?
He's on Ace.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's on Ace Trucks.
Oh, that's sick.
Ace Trucks. Damn. Okay.
Hey, is Thieves still around? Thieves trucks?
Ooh, I don't think, so.
I bet it's still around. Couldn't tell the last time I saw a set, but
Yeah.
I think it's still around. I don't know.
That's Tony Hawk, right? Tony Hawk has that sponsor?
He was. He's on Indy now.
Garrett Hill.
Oh,
he was.
hell
on
yeah. That's still Hawkman on Indy.
See, yeah, Thief posted today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're still out there.
They're still out there.
Still
Yeah, I forgot I can just type it in real quick. And
just type it
there
in
it
real
is.
quick. And then
There
you
it
can
is.
find out.
That's 2019 for you.
Yeah. But you know, the greatest truck company ever was Avenue with the suspension.
Never
Crickets?
heard of them.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Never
guys.
heard of them.
Crickets. Exactly, crickets.
Is that company still out?
Probably not. I don't know. To inform, because I don't think most people have any idea what this is, and I only know because of Drew. Some company called Avenue that was going to make trucks. They called them suspension trucks. Like there's some idea that they could take
Off-road.
impact differently, and I don't know. Drew would always talk about it, but I don't know if Drew had a visitor.
Yeah.
I don't know if it ever. I don't know if they ever came out, or I don't know.
Yeah.
That's all
Crazy.
I got. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was obviously like a gimmick, you know. That they had to cater towards. Well, we have suspension on your off-road vehicles. You have suspension on your motorcycles. Why not have it on your skateboard? I still, to this day, in all seriousness, would like to try them, just to
see how it feels.
Just to see how it feels.
Yeah.
What would it be like if I ollie'd off of a 5-star versus with a suspension than not? Maybe it could help my bad knees. Actually, my knees are pretty good, actually, because I didn't fuck them up. But I'm not trying to fuck them up. Suspension trucks.
Yeah. Save those knees.
Just a thought.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen those trucks that they like? I guess they emulate surfing in a way. I guess they like rotate as you like turn extra hard.
Yeah, like on crazy cruiser boards.
Yeah, and you can like make a shot. I don't know. I was always.
What are they called?
I have no idea. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But I just know it kind of looks cool because it kind of does look like you can surf on them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I would like to, I think would be cool to get into, I put on the topic list is Ryan McDonald, who I know I've seen his name before, so I think he's been a long-time viewer, so thank you.
Thanks, Ryan. Much love to
thanks,
you.
Ryan.
Commented on last week's episode, and I thought it was an interesting comment that was worth, instead of just replying on YouTube, I thought we might as well discuss it on the show.
Yeah, go ahead, Grant.
So, it's a little lengthy, so I'll read it, and then we can explain our thoughts on what he brings up. He said, watching this made me think, do any of you guys feel like the primitive team is kind of overkill? Obviously, they have the heaviest team out, but how are you supposed to appreciate each skater on the team when there's so much mind-blowing skating going on by each person? Sometimes I forget people are even on the team. For example, if Frankie Villani was on another team, let's just say Crooked, I feel like his video parts would have a much bigger impact on skating. It's like the team is constantly outshining each other. It's hard to even keep up. Yeah, it's cool to think how stacked the squad is, but it feels like a monopoly of a company at this point from my perspective. Personally, it doesn't make me want to go out and buy a primitive board because I feel like they don't have an identity other than being an all-star team. Just some thoughts that came to mind while listening. And then he said, love me some skate fillet, keep it up. So thank you, Ryan.
Yeah.
Drew Reef, I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on what I just read?
Well, we've experienced high-profile stacked teams in the past. I mean, Primitive isn't the first one to do that. Look at Plan B in the heyday, and I'm talking about second-generation Plan B after they had Paul Rodriguez, PJ Ladd, Danny Way. They even had Darrell Stanton, and even at the time, he was a big name. So he was at Brian Wenning.
Ryan Gallant.
Ryan Gallant. And then later on they acquired Scheckler, and later on they acquired Torrey. And Jeremy Rogers.
Chris Cole at the end.
Yeah, but let's stick to this generation.
Okay,
Let's not. We weren't even talking about prime Chris Cole. You know what I'm saying? We're talking like
True.
more on the downslope. Oh, that team in that era. Ugh, you could even make a case for the S team.
Oh yeah.
The flip team. Dare I say the flip team?
Mm-hmm.
They had the pin.
Girl.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, girl. Yeah, I'd say.
Yes.
I mean, let's be honest though. I mean, girl. Let's be honest. I mean, they only had really 2 guys on the team. They had the best skater in the world, and then they had Costin.
Guy Mariano didn't exist.
No, well, actually, it's funny you mention it. I was talking about girl. Yeah, right. And Guy only had one part in that video.
One trick.
I'm sorry. I did say one part. One trick.
Yeah, it was good enough to be a part.
So
that big flip was good.
So in this, I kind of understand where Ryan's coming from, but I think never mind. I'm not gonna go there. I got to start it. Fuck it. I think the reason you feel that way, Ryan, is because they have so many good skateboarders, and they all just get overshadowed by Paul. And that's normal.
I had a feeling this was coming.
Look, I was trying to stop, but I knew you guys were going to say, what were you going to say, Drew?
Yeah.
Those are my thoughts. I'd like to get your guys' thoughts if you agree, disagree, or maybe have your own perspective.
No, I can definitely see where Ryan's coming from, but I don't know what, because I was thinking of this actual question when we were talking about the roundup, the Dickies roundup, and how Grant was saying how Frankie, he can skate so crazy and unique and creative way, but also he can do like this not typical standard, but I mean a good looking frontside flip or a good switch crook or like, and to me he fits on primitive because he can do such crazy unique stuff at the same time. He could like, I don't know, he kills it in so many different ways on ledges, if you want to call it standard typical tricks or like fresh tech tricks or whatever you want to call it, or the unique stuff. So I don't know. I don't really think he gets outshined. I think he's like, I don't know. I really like him on primitive and his, I don't know. Okay. I back it.
What do you think? What do you think, Grant?
To me, I get Ryan's point for sure. My opinion, I think it's the team is so big primitive right now. They have a lot of pros and a handful of AMs.
More than your average team, you'd say?
Yeah, I think so. I kind of feel like it would be cool if they started a second company, a sister brand, and the team wasn't as packed with dudes. As far as their identity, I kind of see his point. He says to him, Primitive's identity is that it's an all-star team, which I get. I think they have a little bit, it's always been like kind of clean and fresh with some exceptions. Frankie isn't necessarily like the freshest type of person. But to me, that's what made it cool when Frankie got on. I was like, dude, that's sick. Like, it isn't, there probably wasn't that many
freshest
people.
Guys.
Yeah, there wasn't that many people sitting around like Frankie's going to primitive. Like, other than people that maybe like heard a rumor or, a friend of his or something like that. Like, it was definitely a surprise. And to me, that was cool because it's cool when a team or a company steps out of their average team rider and switches it up a little bit. But I feel like Ryan feels that way because of how big the team is. And I think it's getting to a point where it would be sick if they started a sister brand and maybe, push some of the Flow kids over there or, did something along the lines of just so the team doesn't get massive. It's already so big. There's so many pros. But,
Sure.
I mean, at the end of the day, we were sitting here last week talking about how stacked they are, and they seem to be killing it in a lot of ways as a company. But I totally get what he's saying.
Yeah, I want to add, I mean, I agree too. I mean, it is an all-star team, but how Paul came to be where he is with this team, with Bastian coming back into skating and getting Divine Callaway back. I mean, he was like not really skating after chocolate, and then JB Gillett left. I think he was I forgot what company he was on, but then I don't know how it formed all these skaters. It's
He
just
turned
really
Nick
cool.
Tucker pro, and he
Yes,
was always a killer.
Mm-hmm.
Finally
I
had
just
an
think-
opportunity.
I just think it's really cool how Paul created this all-star super team too. I don't know, I back it. So
One thing that's cool to me, I know that Ryan just used Frankie as an example, and we've kind of mentioning him in this conversation, is that if you look at Frankie, yeah, like I said, it was kind of a crazy fit. A lot of people didn't see it at first. It didn't make sense. It was different, and that's what I thought was cool about it.
yeah,
Also, if you look at Frankie's board graphics since he's got on, his board graphics don't look like other primitive graphics.
yeah.
A lot of them are like hand drawn by him. He has a new one that his girlfriend drew. He hit Foss, who does heroin skateboards, that is an initial pro graphic. So I think it's cool. It makes it a little different. And he's friends with a lot of the primitive dudes, so that's one thing that always made sense to me. Like he skates with Trent McClung, and I'm pretty sure they've skated together for a while.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I think that's cool. But yeah, I mean, like I said, the team's definitely big. One other thing real quick to add on is I do think it's cool, especially when they add someone or someone goes pro. Paul, their Instagram caption is always like Paul talking about how he heard about that dude or how he met them or whatever, and kind of just puts like a personal touch on it, which I think is cool and kind of adds to a little bit to their like the feel of the company, you know, what you think of the identity.
Yeah, that's normal, especially someone that's head of the company. You like to know, oh, why did this guy get on? How did you hear about him?
Mm-hmm.
You obviously gave the okay for this said guy.
True.
Like go back and look at when they introduced Robert Niels and Am. Like I think they did that really well through a video part as well as like storytelling of how that even happened, like, and how Rob had been getting flowed from them for like 4 years, and it took a while, but like he finally got welcomed. He went on a ton of trips. How Paul even knew who that was just because he saw Rob fakey flip down a 3 block at Hollenbeck Skatepark and like gave him a ticket to go hang out at Street League. Like
Right.
the whole thing was pretty crazy, and I think they've definitely done a good job at storytelling. So that helps with their identity, in my opinion.
I agree.
It's time for everyone's favorite segment, the Grant's Gram.
Yes, Luan Oliveira. Spitfire posted this for Luan's birthday. I don't think it was originally posted this week. Like, I think this is a little older, but Spitfire used it for his birthday post. And, I mean, classic Luan, skating high speed, good popped flat ground tricks. But to me, the highlight, the kickflip nose slide to fakie from flat ground on that bank was so sick. And that spot looks so cool. The tiles sound tight, especially with him skating so fast. Yeah, so when I was trying to think of a Grant's Gram, dude, that kickflip nose slide was so tight. Like, the flat ground's bonus to me, but the kickflip nose slide itself is just, it's beautiful. We were talking about X Games a few weeks ago when Ishad won, and Luan was doing this, like, out of a bump up onto a quarter pipe, which was crazy, like skating it like a ledge. Pretty much how we'd use this bank. Yeah, so shouts to Luan. That's the pick this week.
Hell yeah.
Before we close out, did Nyjah win another Street League?
Yeah. The championship one, the super crown or whatever.
I saw the trick he did. That's fucking nuts.
The calf flip front board.
Oh
That was
my
very nuts.
God.
He was juiced.
How?
Yeah, dude, his reactions are killing me.
I know.
It's so funny. When he gets the score and he's like slamming his board down, he's saying something about how it's his 30 in a row, like winning the championship.
He called it the three-peat.
Yeah, he like puts 3 fingers up. I don't know. We've talked about this before. He's the main contest dude, so that's his thing, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it'll always there's just something about it that's funny to me to see, like, it's just not. I'm not a contest hater. Like, I have no issue with it. But when you see the dudes like cheering all crazy, it's just funny to me.
I love it. Be different, man.
Into it too.
Be different. Fuck them all.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm
doing his own thing.
I just want to talk about the trick though.
You know what I enjoy?
That's some Skate 3 shit.
It is.
It really is.
Especially how it wasn't like a high platform runway to get to that rail. It looked like it was pretty like low to the.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
Yeah.
It was low, but it dropped off really tall.
Yeah.
He did it as good as you could ever.
It just looked like a really.
Before.
It just looked like a really awkward rail to do such a gnarly trick on. I don't know. But Chris Cole commentating the whole thing. I know he's been doing it for a while. I just really enjoyed that. Out of those,
I did think he
out
did
of those
good.
street leagues. Yeah.
Does
Hard to
Rolly
listen
still
to.
do it?
No, they haven't used him in a while.
Who?
I always thought he was sick when Jeff Rowley, or
Oh,
now known as Rolly.
Rolly.
Or
Yeah, he would always
Rolly
say Tiger.
been mistaken as Rowley.
He would always say. I remember when he would talk about Luan, he would always say he's got that tiger blood. He would always.
Yeah.
I love that.
Dude, they need Rolly back. He was so tight.
Rolly and Chris
Felix
Cole.
was tight. Felix Arguez was so sick.
What
He
about?
was
Did
yes.
they have Arto in any?
Masekela? No, I don't think Arto ever did it.
Okay. Alright.
Not to my memory.
Felix
I
was
remember
so
when it
sick
first
for
started.
Felix.
Yeah, dude, Felix was the dude that made the 9 Club a thing.
Yeah.
He was the first person when someone got a 9. He's like, he coined that term, the 9 Club, which is
that's
crazy.
sick. That's so sick.
And I remember the first Street League. They had Barra and Deerdeck as the commentators
What?
Yeah, I remember Deerdeck. I don't remember
Yeah.
Barra.
I don't
Deerdeck.
remember
Barra.
Bear being a part of that.
on ESPN. They were the commentators, and but it wasn't done live.
Hmm,
It was filmed and then posted like a few days later.
gotcha.
Yeah,
And there were like 3 different. Wasn't there like 3 or 4 different sections?
Yeah, there was 4. There was like a tech section,
Yeah, I remember that.
Big section.
impact, tech, big.
Yeah.
I don't know what the others were. You know what? There wasn't runs for a
Yeah.
while, but there might have been lines where you had to do 2 tricks. Might have been.
Oh,
a
you're
line
right.
section. That's what
I
it
think
was.
you're right. Yeah, I think you're right.
There was one other.
Yeah, because there was 4. I'm pretty sure.
Changed a lot.
Yeah.
More. Now it's like a 5-day due to the whole Olympic thing, like
Right.
huge qualifier so you can get in, which I don't know. To me, it's like it's cool that there's this opportunity, and I'm not someone that's against skating being the Olympics.
Mhm.
It's just progression, like it's bound to happen.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Street League felt a little more like cool or like special to me, and maybe it was just when I was younger, but with just knowing that it was like this elite 20 dudes that could skate it,
True.
kind of like
Yeah.
added to it. But at the same time, I mean, you can make a case that now it's possible that someone could be in the finals that you haven't even really heard of, and that's kind of cool too.
Yeah.
Yep, and then you learn about them, and then you want to see their video parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've been corrected. My name is Andrew Ariano. For Grant Fierro and Reef Willard, we'll catch you guys next week. Later, skaters.
Later.